Right, so second half. So, same layout as the house. This time we've got a door into the garage. So, brand new garage doors. The boiler's in here. It's a Worcester boiler, pretty much the same as the one we've got in the house we're in now. Those electrical points. We've got, again, dual power, Econ 7, like we had in the old house. Not that it's much cheaper. Understairs storage, as usual. With cupboards, but here's there's a door missing. And then, if we go through here, well, we've got a door for change at the back. It's not as steep as the old one. And ta-da! Yeah, this time we've got an actual utility room. I'm going to have to obviously modify it a little bit. That's strange, it's not even been painted under there. With the landlady's Hotpoint WMF 560. It's going to slightly back around the seal. Now that's a 6 kilo drum, but that drum is huge. It smells a bit. I will do a few videos during the week, but then at the end of the week, before the appliances get moved in, it will also get taken out. So. It is in. Yeah, but it's not switched on. Okay, so we'll just start showing you enough here anyway. Just quickly go through it. Fast wash. Baby care. Shirts. Lingerie. Wool. Silk. And then eco, cottons, synthetics and the fast wash. Oh, beep is loud. But anyway, that's enough of that. Right, so before we get carried away, so you can see here we've got the pipes going straight through that wall. We've also got a vent here. It is a 4-inch tumble dryer vent, but it's metallic. But I'm not quite sure if it is actually for use of tumble dryers, as it is to more just to vent the room. Since there's no windows or anything, and with my where I am now, you notice this white powdery stuff coming off the wall. That's basically all the salt coming out of the brickwork, which means that eventually it does actually means that it needs repointing. So we've got sink, and then it's not even straight. Notice. And finally I've got this cupboard under here, which is neat. So I'll put it on here. Right, so we've got gas. And then the vent, and then under here, if you can see, it's a bit hard to see, my camera keeps refocusing, and you can see we've got a standpipe here, which is lower than the actual outlet. Okay, and the outlet's also backwards. Then we've got a connection there, and that's for the boiler overflow. God, some work here. But anyway, the plan is, because this is such a bodge job in the first place, me dad, I'm going to put plumbing in for 2 through there, and then possibly 2 through into the actual garage. There's always a hot heater there as well, off the boiler. Very nice. So that means I can do hot and cold feeds to, say, like the hot points, the 90s stuff. Right. And then right at the top there, as you can see, there's the main pipe. Now that is actually for the actual sink upstairs, which is pretty much like exactly how ours goes. Then the pipes, and then there's obviously earthing for everything. And there's a vent there as well, strangely enough. But we've put this additional vent in for some reason, don't know why. So actual plans are... So I think these are 50mm units. So with the 50mm, that's a metre. I should be able to just about get on the 2 Zanussi compacts on top of there. Just about. And the dryer. Should fit on there. A washer there. England's there. And a washer. And then... Why is our doorbell moving? But anyway, that's it. Right, so we're now on the 6th day, I think, we're in the property. But for the first 4, we've been moving stuff, and that was my main job. 5th, we were moving more stuff. Today, well, I got plumbing yesterday, ready to go in. Today I've done it. It's not quite finished, but I'll show you why in a minute. So there's a couple of nails that need to go in. I'll stop there. There is going to be another one. The piece of pipe for it, there's one bit there and there's another bit there. But the only reason why I can't put it on is because this, from B&Q, has already been retaped and there's a seal missing. So that's got to go back, and I'm going to get it replaced, and then I'll put it in. But also, it's not been put on because if you notice, it's already sagging down, and that's because there's too much weight on it now, essentially. But it needs clips putting in. I haven't got a drill. I need to borrow my dad's to drill into that. It also needs screws because apparently these clips do not come with screws. For some bizarre reason. Anyway. Also, today we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 32 machines. That means there's 22 more. And then behind there's the landlady's hot point. Nothing interesting. It's hot point WML 560. Right. Shelf's still got to come down yet. We've done some mods to the house. Where basically, when we do these, we'll put them back to what they were after we leave. The garage doors are brand new, about 6 months old, and there's a bar there. The doors come off as well, but that will be going back on. See that grey bar there? It's a bit hard to see. That goes along there. I took it off so I can get the machines in dead easy. Right, so third update now. Right, so there and here we go. So the clips there are ready, but there's no screws. But essentially, that's the height, and it's all set up, ready to go. That's the plumbing for the two. Basically, the two that don't move very often. Basically, it'd be Time Manager, Series, plus I think first it's going to be a Hoover Optima first, and then later that Panasonic under there, and then after that probably something else. Then behind me I'm going to have my compacts there, twos and these in the dryer. Just got to be careful though of how much weight's going on, because this is apparently already sunk in a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's just sunk into the lino. It is fixed into the wall, so we're not too, so it should be alright. And then there's space here for two more. Not sure yet. Seems like that's got to come out and be moved across. Seems IQ, I think, and hot point WMM. Should be going there, I think. Right, under here, changes. Well, that piece of carpet that's the rug. We've got some Morrison's value stuff there, holding everything up. I'll get the torch out. Oh, right, so me inlets, these will be fastened to the wall as well. Again, it's late at night now, so I need to just leave this till tomorrow. But if you notice, these are 15 quid a piece, right? And they're basically, they've got their own switches on. And the same goes for ones in there. So we'll come back in here. So we've got two more there. Then we've got a hot, just a single hot feed. Yes, I've got a hot for a change. But that might get split into two yet. And get plumbed over to the WMM, I think. Right, so remaining plumbing to do, but it's no rush, but at least got the main bit in. Like for the compacts and the WMM and the Series IQ, it's going to have their own I think I'm going to nail it to the wall here and just go around. But basically, its own drain pipe. The drain pipe will just go into the sink. Should be big enough for that and that. How big the sink is compared to the actual bowl. Beer washing up bowl. Got fairy liquid. Got some hand wash. Yeah. So that's fake and this is real. Oh, the wooden. Notice that. The ones in the kitchen, the same unit, same handles, but the ones upstairs have been painted twice. By the looks of things. No, that's the kick plate. It's all on Lay's washing machine. Careful with that. Right, so if you want to see how the plumbing side of it goes, we'll go underneath now. If I get the torch on my phone. Not the best thing in the world, but it'll do. Right, so that's a bit dragged down at the minute, but it will be raised up a bit more once the clips are in. Then across. There's a 50mm literally there, 50mm between there and there. It's just enough. Get in. T-junction into utility room and down, and then that's actually the original standpipe. Just cut a little bit off it, and then it's gone on there. Now that will be changed for bricks. It's going to go on bricks to raise it up. I can't get this fastened to the wall. And there's the inlets, look. Got a hot on single. The coil's on a twin and goes to obviously 2 more, so we've got 4. And we've got the vent. Not sure what it's for really. Whether it's to vent a double dryer or to vent the room. Just to stop the walls drying out. It's already drying out now. This has already been done once already for some reason. It's a bit slapdash in here though. Right, here. I'm just going to put some detergents because there's not really much room. I can't fill it because I do need access to it. So we're going to put just a few spares in here and detergents. And I can't fill this gap either because I also need access to the gas meter. But oh. That bucket can be removed once I put the bricks in place. That I can do about that. It's I can't believe somebody's put that in and then just so badly. I mean, I'm not a plumber and I've never ever done any plumbing, but I've done a lot better job than whoever did that. This is my first attempt at doing plumbing. And okay, it's not perfect, but it's also not slapdash either. It's okay. It should work. It should all be sealed up. But I won't really know until obviously I start actually using it. If there's any leaks, we'll cross that path and I'll get them remedied. One final thing is when, like I said, so the main 2 dryers are going here, the Electrolux and the Bosch. And because the standpipes are right there, the Bosch obviously already is self-draining. The Electrolux I'll set up to be self-draining. Should be quite easy. We are such a tight squeeze between here and here. We've literally got up to 120 there. Pretty much. That leaves that much gap to get past. Now, if you're me, it's fine. But I'm quite skinny. Not stupidly skinny, but still. Good old fashioned fluorescent lights. Even though need cleaning. And the bulb needs changing because it is flickering. I will get a bulb change on that eventually. Not sure when. Just gonna for now keep the 1 fluorescent light rather than having 3, just for expense really. I mean, the plumbing alone has cost me 75 quid. You imagine if I got a plumber out, it's taken me 3 hours, 2-3 hours at least. Started that out, so it was about 6:30 actually. Well, to be fair, it's left at 6. Then went B&Q, got some more pie, got the sanding paper, came back, did some more. It's about 8:30, to 9 o'clock. Then had tea. Then I started again at 10. And now at 11. Overall about 6, but 2-3 hours out of that. Right, so what is still to come? Well, we've got my Zanussi ZWF1437 and I've come to the conclusion actually I need to sell it because of room. There is so slightly less room here now with my new layout. The layout's not done yet, but you can see because of the boiler I lose space for 2 or 1, but 2 really. It would have been the case I would have lost space for just the 1 just by moving things around, just by moving stuff up, etc. Could move the mealer up a bit actually. It should be alright. Yeah, we'll do that. Move the mealer up. Move the tank up, shall I say, even. It's pretty much majority over it, and I should have enough room between there and there for 3. Then I've got that little entry gap there, so if it needs feckling with, can. Right, anyway, that's the update, and I'm waffling on. So the final update should be about either tomorrow or Monday, basically when all the appliances are back in and set up and they're screwed to the wall. Hey, they're not done bad. Right, goodbye. Right, so now we've actually everything's in now. It's also 2 weeks on, so a few things have changed. A few of the machines have been sold, and so I've ended up with a few more actually. So the Hotpoint, so I've got a Hotpoint WF540, which was before I moved the VHD. That Hoover Dynamics actually sold. Dishwasher's still for sale. The WF1632 is going to go in shortly because I actually plugged it in, and despite the on-off button being snapped off, it must have been left on. Mustn't have took it off. So anyway, ZWF1437. I was getting stuck during the cycle. It got stuck in the cycle, and I just tested it with nothing in, and it's the actual motor brushes. It's essentially doing the same as that, but it was doing that all the time. This isn't mine. It's mine's fixed, and I will get paid for it, but it's not for selling on. Supposedly the toggle has got caught and made it stop moving, but I've just simply took the top off, belt's still intact, put nothing in past start, and it seems to be fine. Put a load in, and it's a bit slower starting, but it still moves fine. So I'm going to put even more washing in. So I'm going to put like a full load in and see what he does with that. But I presume, I'm guessing it really is the capacitor on this. Anyway, on this as well, it needs the modification. So I'll do the capacitor, and then I'll give it back to them and they can carry on using it. Also full service. This is this oddly enough, there's only a little bit of fluff in there, which suggests that they are emptying the filter. But even with the filter in place, it still escapes down there, you know. But they're not brilliant. As you see, FLS 11383 filmed. It's going up for sale, but I haven't put it on yet. Mealy G641 getting scrapped down. Hotpoint WD52 needs a board, I think. AG Protex something. The Mealy W858. Stones loose. Right, it's morning, so. Right, what I'm doing instead. So, two Zanussi's. Which are getting sold together. The Beko DRS 8350 or 60, can't remember. Heat pump dryer. The LG's nearly done now, so I filmed everything and it's been fully working. It's brilliant actually, but it'll be going up for sale. Mine's the new CZWF 1437, back in test. There's a tiny bit of mould where it's been sat there because the filter hasn't been drained. But I've been sat for over a year, didn't get that mouldy, so it's not too bad. That's still fully working. Hoover Vision Dynamic Washer Dryer, an AG L686810, which no one's seen, so if you're watching this video, there is videos of it. I got given it, not know, but along with that ZWF down there, and I didn't know if it worked or anything, and it turns out it fully works. Right, so behind here we've got 4 machines. We've got a Hotpoint WM65, a Hotpoint WM75, there's the Panasonic NA127VB6 behind there, and then right in the corner is the Landlady's Hotpoint WMF560, which we won't be using at all. So. And then obviously my crew here. So all this at the back's mine and isn't really up for sale. Except, well, they're never up for sale. They can go up for sale, and then they'll never go up for sale. So we've got obviously the Time Manager dryer. No, sorry, the Insight Iron dryer. The Time Manager washing machine. The Hoover Optima OPH714D, which that's the first one I got, and that got fully rebuilt, and it's been, touch wood, excellent. And the Bosch WTL5500. There is a bit of a plan with that, but only if we get a different dryer, which one day we'll go on to that. And we have 2 little Zanussi compacts, and Siemens IQ and the WMM75. Right, so we've got detergents everywhere. I know it's messy because what's happened is we moved in, and I've moved everything in, and everything is sorted. So we've just sort of shoved everything where we can, whilst I'm still trying to work. So we've obviously got detergents in there, but there's only a few in there. So we've still got a load of cupboard space. The detergents under there, there are only a few. And there's some bits in the drawer. There's some all sorts in here. 12 bottles of bleach and a load of rubber gaskets. Yeah, you can see what's happening with that lot. And then behind here is the gas meter. And the wall switches are down there, and the original plumbing where everything attaches to. And then like loads of side panels and concrete weights. So if we have a look down here, it's my plumbing. So we've got 2 standalone pipes connected together, and a garden arguator, I think that's what it's called. Basically it's a brass wide tap with 2 switches on. One there, And then, in the actual main garage, we've obviously got 2 more. And that's fine for stuff like this, but with my Zinu CFL, I actually had to put on the extension to get it up high enough. Even though these are only a metre 10 or something. And another regulator, but I'm going to stick some more nails in because it's just putting too much weight on and pulling it off. Even the switches, I don't have to use extension leads anymore because there's so many plugs. I mean, there's 3 there and there's 4 on this side. So I actually had 3 dryers running all at once the other day. So I had that and those 2 on. Just having to catch up. Dryers for today, which we'll be using, is that to test, and if it's alright, or even if it needs a capacitor, put a new capacitor in, carry on using it. And then there's a hot point, sorry, not a hot point, a Proline, not a Proline, Creeder outside. And the hot point WMA50 outside as well. Right, that's everything.